So now we've reversed it. You're gonna interview me.
Yeah.
So
we're just gonna have a chat. There's not gonna be any interview. It's just gonna be a chat between two friends.
Yeah, I wanna know from a professional, successful point of view, from someone that's successfully made it on social media, what direction I should be taking with my ideas to monetize and become successful at what I'm doing.
There you go. Gav, press record. This is your interview. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Marco Massimino De Felici. I'm here today with Andy Lee.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. So Marco's a friend of mine. We've been friends for about 10 years. We used to go to the gym together. Marco has set up a podcast lately. Marco came to me this morning saying that he wanted to interview me. Now, I know Marco from a long time ago. We haven't spoken in a while on a personal level. So the Marco I know is the joker and the kid around and stuff. So I was under the impression that his podcast was going to be more fun, jokey type thing. And then he came to me this morning and he told me about his personal struggles and stuff like this. So we had a chat. And then we decided that we're going to turn the chat around, and it was going, instead of him interviewing me, we're going to chat together and talk about his personal struggles, my personal struggles, what is the outcome that he wants from his podcast, and how he's going to get there, and what I can do to help along the way. So you ask me whatever questions you want to ask.
Yeah, I mean, we always start off with this question, which is your favourite. No, you don't want to go with that.
No, you ask me.
You don't. Okay.
You ask me. No, we always start.
Right,
you ask me on your personal level.
Right. So when you decided
we're leaving this in, by the way.
Yeah.
We're going. Marco's starting off doing. No, you want edit, and you're gonna leave it in. You want to let people know the real you. Yeah. So Marco wants to get used to doing podcasting, and he's very nervous because he thinks he has to be perfect every single time. Now, we all know that the world is not perfect. And I was trying to explain to Marco that people have to fall in love with the person I know rather than a character online. So I want Marco to ask me the questions, not the questions off paper. So I want you to ask me. Okay. So ask me the question you wanted to ask.
Okay, so I've followed you, like with the stuff you've been doing online, and one of the interviews, I can't remember the guy's name now. Was it Tony Direct or something in LA?
Yeah.
He asked you a question about what you thought of LA when you first got there, and it was all very jokey. And what I really got from that was you said something very humble, and you mentioned about the fact that there were so many homeless people on the street, and why isn't LA looking after their own? And I thought that was a brilliant response.
USA, the land of the home and the free. That's what they say. That's their thing, their motto. Yeah, you go to USA, and all the places I've been in the USA, I've been to New York, I've been to Chicago, I've been to Boston, been to LA, been to Vegas. All these places are smothered with homeless people. Not only homeless people, but the place is just a shithole in the nicest way possible. Like, the people are lovely people, don't get me wrong. Americans are really lovely people, but from what I see, they don't look after their own. And it's not the general public, it's the government. The government don't care, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be the land of the home and the free, but it's not they don't look after nobody, That was my opinion on it anyways. But
and that's an interesting thing, because what I'm trying to do with my podcast is, I've always been a fun loving guy. I was a martial artist for years. I've been a success with the women as well. Like, believe it or not, I've had relationships, I've had beautiful women, I've had money, I've had houses, I've had cars, I've had all this stuff, but none of that ever made me happy, Andy. Yeah, I've always had something missing, and my job was making me ill. My job, I'm an electrician, it was making me ill. I was working for somebody that was an egomaniac. I was building up resentments every 30 seconds. I was drinking more and more. My relationship was in tatters. That's another story. I'm not going to go into that because I respect my ex-partner, and she's the mother of my child, so I'm not going to say anything on a podcast about her, just out of respect. But yeah, things weren't right. My life was in tatters. Yeah, my mental health was shot to pieces. I was drinking alcoholically. I was smoking weed. I was smoking, chain smoking like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, I was ready to die. It was as simple as that. And I made a decision, and my decision was I have to stop. You know, and it wasn't through anybody telling me. It wasn't through my mum begging me. It wasn't through my girlfriend begging me. It wasn't through my daughter looking at me like I was, you know, what the hell is this guy? What's daddy doing tonight? Sort of thing. None of that. It was something else snapped inside. You know, and I think that's a spiritual element, because nothing rational or emotional could stop me drinking, and I managed to stop. So now, what I want to do with my podcasts is I want to reach out to people, and I want to spread the word of that there is hope. You know, you can change. You know, our mindset, we can condition ourselves that we're in a situation where we cannot change, we can't escape. We're in a relationship with people that we feel that's the end of the world. There's nothing after that. We can't break free from them because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. All of these things, we limit ourselves, and that creates mental health issues. And what I want to get from my podcasts is I want to interview people, and I want people to know to give their input to the rest of the human race. You know, like. Because if my podcast could save one person, it doesn't matter whether I've done it for 10 years, I've succeeded my goal. You know, my website, if the suicide awareness phone number reaches one person through this video, I've succeeded.
What is the phone number?
It's 988.
988.
Yeah. Okay. So you know, if I can do that, then I've succeeded. You know. And this is the thing. So what I need to do now, unfortunately, my life took a turn for the worst through when I gave up drinking. Well, before I gave up drinking, I was suffering anxiety. I went into psychosis. I ended up in hospital. I was almost sectioned. I was suicidal. I was bankrupt. I was everything. I was a shadow of the guy you knew in the gym, the strongest guy in the gym. I was nothing. No. I was a piece of shit. Yeah, I was nothing. I wanted to die. I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't pay my bills. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't go to work. I couldn't cope. I could not cope. And I did not see a way out. I could not see a way out.
What's different now though?
So what happened was I went into recovery. So I found help. I stayed sober for 27 days, I think it was. I just, on my own will. And I was going insane. I was going mad. I was in bits. I was crying. I was suicidal. I didn't know what to do. I thought, I was desperate. You know, if you'd have given me a gun, I would have blown my head off. Yeah. Simple as that. I would have blown my head off. I couldn't handle it. And I didn't think I was going mad. You know, I'm on heavy medication from the doctors. I'm getting counselling. They're telling me do this. They're telling me doing that. My mind's telling me you're a bunch of cunts. What do you know? You're all right. You ain't got my problems. Blah 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 blah. So my point is, I'm still thousands in debt now, but I've chipped away at it. I still got my house. I'm still alive. I've got a beautiful relationship with my daughter. I only see her every 2 weeks. I've got a beautiful relationship with my daughter. I love her to bits. Okay. She loves me unconditionally. We get on so well. We're like best friends. And I teach her and I educate her, and I'm a present father now. Where before I was bedeviled. I call it the bedeviled. Yeah. Like by alcoholism, by life. I was beaten by life.
Okay. So you had a shit situation. Move on from it.
Yeah,
let's leave that in the past. Yeah. Okay, we've moved on from that. What are we going to do now?
Well, this is what I'm here today to speak to you about. Really, like I want to help people, but I need to help myself first. You know, I don't want to.
Important.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help anyone if I can't function myself. Okay. You know, I need to pay for my daughter. I need to pay for my house. I need to move forward. I need to be doing things that are healthy in my life. I can't go back to my old ways. And I'm like a snake that shed its skin. I can't get back in that skin. I can't go back to doing electrics. I can't go back to doing all that shit because it's going to drive me fucking crazy, and I'm going to end up drinking. I'm going to end up all that shit. Can't do that.
So what are you going to do?
So I want to help people. I want to educate people that are in trouble with in life, whether it be depression, whether it be anxiety, whether it be alcohol abuse, domestic relationships, coercive control, all of that sort of stuff.
How?
Through basically spreading awareness and giving.
How's that going to help people?
I'm
giving you hard questions because I want you to tell me in detail how you're going to help people.
Well, what helped me, okay?
That's what I want to.
What helped me was I thought I was alone in life. Yeah, okay. That's what depression does. It makes you isolate from your friends, your family. It makes you isolate, okay? Yeah. And that was what I was doing. And I isolated like a champion, mate, because that's what I do. I'm a champion. Yeah. I take everything to the extreme. And I isolated like a champion. I cut myself off from everyone. And I found an AA meeting, an Alcohol Anonymous meeting. I found a meeting, and I went there, and people actually seemed to care. Yeah. And I thought, this is bollocks, they don't really care, they don't give a fuck, do you know what I mean? But I kept going, and I stayed sober. Yeah. Then I realised that my mental health was getting better because I was staying sober, yeah? And then I realised that, you know, maybe there's a chance, maybe things are going to get better. So this helped me, yeah? Now, 16 months on, I call myself recovered, yeah? I'll never be fully recovered. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to drink, I don't smoke, I don't want to use, I don't feel sorry for myself, I don't get resentful, I don't get angry, or I get a little bit angry when someone triggers me, but it lasts for about 30 seconds, Andy, where before, I'll be telling everyone for 6 fucking months about it, yeah, because I had a condition, yeah, and that condition, people call alcoholism, people call...
Forget all that stuff, we're going positive now, let's stay on the positive track, okay? So you've been through a situation, you acknowledge that, you fixed the problem, which is amazing. Yeah. Right? Now you've took that step. The next step now is bettering your life. Yeah. How are you going to do that? So you said you want to do a podcast. Yeah. You want to help people in your podcast. How are you going to help people plus help yourself in your podcast? Yeah. So we had a conversation about this already off camera. So we come up with a situation that you might be able to do. What did you decide you were going to do?
Yeah, I mean, we thought about, what we spoke about was to go out into the public, speak to people. Real people, you know, like speak, you know, forget about podcasting with celebrities.
Influencers and celebrities. Yeah. Because they live in a bubble. They don't live in the real world. Yeah. You know, they're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to fill you full of shit. You want to go out to the real world, meet real people, real problems. One of the main reasons why I know you succeeded with Alcohol Anonymous is you were in a positive situation with people that was in the same situation as you. So when you go out to the street and you might meet someone who looks really happy and successful in a business suit but are struggling mentally. You meet them on the street and you have a chat with them. You're like, hi, I'm Marco, I'm Dave. Hi Dave, how are you, Dave? Oh, well, I'm actually not really getting by very well. Like, can we have a chat? You know, and you might help his day by just talking. Now, I think that's the route you should definitely go down. Like the podcast side of things, having a conversation with people is amazing. But where you wanna dig deep into people, you know, find out what the problems are and how you can help, but also helping Marco. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean, and I respect that because, you know, that's something I neglected. You know, my focus when I come in here was and I'm going to be completely honest.
That's what I want.
My focus was, if you know, like, you know, I get Andy, I get an interview with Andy. He's got loads of followers. Like, he's a really nice guy. I know him from day one. I'm so happy that he's where he is, and I am genuinely happy for you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and. He knows that I'm not clout chasing. He knows me. What better than to fucking reach out to someone like that and then reach out to somebody similar to blah, blah, blah. And that was my answer. Yeah. But it's not the answer. It's not the answer. And you explained to me why it's not the answer. And how humble is that of him? Because he could have just bullshitted me like anyone else would have. Like what you just said. Anyone else would have just gone, yeah, Marco, let's fucking rub ourselves up the ball. Let's get a video. Let's get a few thousand hits. Yeah, what a fucking load of bollocks.
It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't send the message that you're trying to put out there. Yeah. The message you're trying to put across is a very serious message.
Yeah, it is.
And it comes from a very humble place.
It's a life or death situation, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I don't want to get on the negative, I'm not going to go down that, but it is literally life or death. And people need
was.
Yeah,
get that in your head.
Yeah, was. Yeah.
New Marco's going to move on.
Absolutely. So what I'm now going to do, what I've taken from our meeting is I'm going to now spend 80% of my time, of my time towards my business, going out in the street, giving people sandwiches, not money.
That's all pointless. Forget the giving people sandwiches. You're going to go out and you're going to chat to real people.
Chat to real people.
Yeah. You're going to find out the real situations. Explain that you're a real person and that you've been in a real situation, how you've got yourself out of it, and how talking helps. Do you know? Doesn't matter what the person looks like, what the person's wearing, what the person does for work. You could be on benefits or you could be Elon Musk. We all have the same mental capacity. We all struggle and feel the same and tire the same and wear down the same and hurt the same. So people will resonate with you because you're Marco from on the corner. You're not fucking some online celebrity or whatever, you know what I mean? You're just a general real bloke saying real situations, talking to people on their level and saying, I understand, you know? And sometimes it's good just to talk. So look where we've gotten today with you. So you come out here today. The idea you put across me was, we'll rub baby oil on each other, we'll do TikTok videos and stuff. And I was like, Marco, give your head a wobble. And that's the Marco I knew from a long time ago. You know what I mean? The fucking crazy fucker that would have done shit like that. But you're not that person. You're just not. That's not you now. You're more grounded now. More, I want to say damaged, but I don't know the word. I don't know the word to use. But you're more fragile now. And you're more real rather than, you're looking at life as a bigger picture now rather than being a clown, you know. And it's nice to see because you want to succeed, and the only way to succeed is to do things properly and to work harder. And you are now you have the foundation. We've chatted about what could do well for you, and you're going to try it. So hopefully that works out. I think the proof is in the pudding. We're just going to find out over the next few weeks, and I'll be looking out for all your content and I'll be sharing it all. So
no, sweet as brother. Yeah.
But look, I thank you. I appreciate it for coming on. Do you want to ask me any fire questions before we go?
Yeah, I mean, you've definitely experienced situations like mine. Maybe not as extreme, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's experience is their experience. So what did you find that brought you out when you were at your lowest, if you like, in life? What do you think? What was the turning point for you? What do you think happened? I know what it was because you've told me before.
No, a couple of things. A couple of things got me out of the hole. So friends, people around you, your support network around you is really important. Having positivity around you is so essential, because if you wake up every day and you have miserable bastards around you with miserable problems, taking drugs or whatever it is, it's going to drag you down. Yeah, if you have nice people waking you up, come on bro, let's go to the gym, let's go out and do stuff, you know, let's go do this. Let's go on a walk even, let's go talk, let's go play cards. You know, positivity. That was a massive help for me. Money. I got myself out of debt. That was a massive thing for me as well. And for me, it was travel. I found my passion in life. My passion in life was traveling. Now, whether I'm going up to the mountains, getting a train up to Wales or whatever, I separate myself from the world. I just go on a walk up the mountains and do my thing, go stay in a nice hotel or something. That was my passion, and that's what I do now. I travel on EE. So yeah, that was that.
Fantastic. So I mean, and that ties back in with the science of sort of what I said before, where when we're depressed we isolate, and you're saying the solution is to reach out. You know,
yeah, get yourself out of that hole.
Yeah.
I woke up every day and I was unhappy, and I told people I don't know why I'm unhappy. I have everything I want in life. Why am I unhappy? And it was just my mental condition. Took myself out of that situation, put myself in a different situation. Was my that now.
So out of 10 now, honestly.
Yeah.
How would you rate yourself? Like 10 being extremely as happy as you could possibly be.
Yeah, I'm 8 out of 10.
You're 8 out of 10.
I'm content.
And how much would you say you love yourself out of 10?
I love myself more than anyone could love anyone.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I? If I don't love myself, who will? You know, so self-confidence is massive. People can take it however they want, but that's me.
But the thing is, happiness is an inside job, you know. And so is fear, anger, and resentment, and depression.
These are all options. Yeah. These are all options. Like your option to be afraid. It's an option to be depressed. These are literally options. You can get yourself out of this if you want to. It's up to you how to do it. You know. I choose to wake up every day. I make my bed every single morning. I start my day off with a positive activity, and my day goes from there. Do I have bad days? Definitely. You know, do I think of the nice things when I have those bad days? Definitely. Do I let myself go in a hole? No. Do I drink or do drugs? No. I despise drugs. And these are the reasons. Look at the massive depression rate out there. It's mainly because of drugs. You know.
Because people are looking for a quick fix to
It doesn't work. There's no such thing as a shortcut.
No.
That's one thing I learned in work when I was a plumber. There's no such thing as a shortcut. There's none. When you take a shortcut, you're going the long way around.
You're gonna have to. You do a shortcut. You'll be driving back there the next day to fix it because there's water everywhere. That ain't a shortcut. You're there for 2 days for 1 day's money. It ain't a shortcut.
That's it.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'd like to, really express my gratitude, because gratitude is something that I think is immensely important.
Not yet. You don't need to. You need to succeed first. Let's see you succeed, and then express your gratitude. Let's see you smash it over the next month, and then say I'm thankful. After next year, I'm thankful for the year I've had. Let's see you succeed. When you do that, then I want to see you posting videos how grateful you are. Yeah. So I want you to motivate yourself over the next 12 months. Go out there, interview everybody, have a chat with every Joe Sub. Have a chat from all backgrounds, all ethnicities, all genders, all that bollocks. Have a chat with everybody. And you'll see, it'll open your eyes, because you'll see the world is a big place. Everybody bleeds the same. Everybody feels the same. So when you're in that mindset where you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. Anything you can do, this word embarrassed, I hate the word embarrassed. This word of feeling embarrassed, and that embarrasses you, every single person in the world feels it. So you may have fucking shit your pants when you're 12. Every person in the world shit their pants when they're 12. Just them sort of lines, you know what I mean?
I shit my pants when I was 27.
but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
There's
no difference. We're all the same. Just gone down different paths.
Yeah, right.
But mate, thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing your content over the next 12 months.
Okay, I look forward to seeing yours as well, buddy. Good to see you, brother.
Did you call for mechanics? We're here to give you a service.